welcome to the program. My name is Jay Jenson from AM 620 Radio Disney. Has anybody listened to Radio Disney yet? Raise your hand if you're listening to Radio Disney. It's brand new, or like I like to say, brand spanking new on the market. And I want you to listen to AM 620 Radio Disney. It's a great, great radio station because you know why? It's the only radio station just for kids. So you guys are the only ones that can win. I can't even win. That's kind of what I hate about it. Anyway, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to read to you today. I am a disc jockey on Radio Disney, and I get to do fun stuff like this all day, every day. Now, I don't read every day, but I'm sometimes on the air. Sometimes I'm out on the street recording things and putting it on the air and that kind of thing. Has anybody ever seen a disc jockey like work? Anybody ever seen a disc jockey work? See, very good. We got a couple of you. We are going to read today. One of my favorite things in the whole world to do is to read because, you know, I'm learning as we go. This is called The Mud Puddle by Robert Munsch. The Mud Puddle by Robert Munsch. You guys ready? All right. Let us begin then. The Mud Puddle by Robert Munsch. Julian's mother bought her clean new clothes. Julian put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. She put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she walked outside and sat down under the apple tree. Very good. Now watch the illustrations. Unfortunately, hiding up in the apple tree, there was a mud puddle. It saw Julian sitting there. And it jumped right on her head. She got completely all over muddy. Even her ears were full of mud. Very good, very good, very good. Julian ran inside yelling, "Mommy! Mommy! A mud puddle jumped on me!" Her mother picked her up, took off all her clothes, and dropped her into a tub of water. She scrubbed Julian till she was red all over. She washed out her ears. She washed out her eyes. She even washed out her mouth. Very good, very good. Julian put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. Then she put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she looked out the back door. She couldn't see a mud puddle anywhere. So she walked outside and sat down in her sandbox. The sandbox was next to the house, and hiding up on top of the house, there was a mud puddle. Now watch out for that mud puddle. It saw Julian sitting down there, and it jumped right on her head. She got completely all over muddy. Even her nose was full of mud. Julian ran inside yelling, "Mommy! Mommy! A mud puddle jumped on me!" Julian's mother picked her up, took off all her clothes, and dropped her into a tub of water. She scrubbed Julian till she was red all over. She washed out her ears. She washed out her eyes. She washed out her mouth. She even washed out her nose. Julian put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. Then she put on clean new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she had an idea. She reached way back in the closet and got a big yellow raincoat. She put it on and walked outside. There was no mud puddle anywhere. So she yelled, "Hey, mud puddle!" Nothing happened. So she yelled even louder, "Hey, mud puddle!" Julianne was standing in the sunshine in her raincoat, getting very, very hot. So she pulled back her hood. Nothing happened. So she took off her raincoat. Ooh. As soon as she took off her raincoat, out from behind the doghouse, there came the mud puddle. It ran right across the grass and jumped right on Julianne's head. Ooh. Mud puddle. She got completely all over muddy. Julianne ran inside yelling, "Mommy! Mommy! A mud puddle jumped on me!" Look at the dog. Her mother picked her up, took off all her clothes, and dropped her into a tub full of water. She scrubbed Julianne till she was red all over. She washed out her ears. Ew. She washed out her eyes. Ew. She washed out her mouth. Ew. She washed out her nose. Ew. She even washed out her belly button. Oh! Julianne put on a clean new shirt and buttoned it up the front. Then she put on new pants and buttoned them up the front. Then she sat beside the back door because she was afraid to go outside. Then she had an idea. She reached up to the sink and took a bar of smelly yellow soap and she gave it a smell. Ah! She took another bar of smelly yellow soap and gave it a smell. Ah! She put the smelly yellow soap in her pockets. Then she ran out in the middle of the backyard and yelled, "Hey! Mud puddle!" The mud puddle jumped over the fence and ran right towards her. Julianne threw a bar of soap right into the middle of the mud puddle. Ugh! The mud puddle stopped. Julianne threw another bar of soap right into the mud puddle's middle. Ah! Ah! The mud puddle said, "Ah! Ah! Eek! Ah! Oh!" It ran across the grass, jumped over the fence, and never came back. And a little last picture of her blowing bubbles, nice and clean.